Hey guys, what's up? Zach here. Today we are here with the first episode of F1 Championship Edition, and I wanted to do this game for a long time. It's a little bit later than expected. I've had to sort of buy extra leads and cables to make sure that this series can work, because obviously the PS3 is copyright protected and everything, so I've got to get some like HDMI splitters and everything, so it's a little bit annoying. I wanted to get this series out about 2 weeks ago, but it just didn't go to plan, so I'm sorry about that. But I now have all the leads and everything, and this will be a weekly series, and hopefully everything goes to plan. In this first episode, we're going to be doing the first race of the season, which I think is Bahrain, and also before that, we're going to be getting into a team. That makes a bit more sense. Okay, so that's the agent and recruitment. Okay, so first off, I want to go with not Super Aguri. I want to go for Toro Rosso, because in my opinion, this is the best teams to go for, because you've got a higher chance of going to Red Bull, and for example in like Super Aguri, you've got a chance to go to Honda, but to be perfectly honest, it's going to be really hard to get into Honda, because obviously in 2006, if you remember, they were one of the top teams. So yeah, so first off, we're going to go to this trial and hopefully complete it, and hopefully get given a race seat from Toro Rosso, and then we can complete the first race in Bahrain. At least that is the aim. So it's 10% races, which is about 6 or 7 laps. We have a pit stop in there as well, which can go disastrous. That's not the right word. Disaster. It can go badly. Okay, it can go badly. That's a better word. Okay, so target is to do a 4:21. Okay, I need to turn off some of these assists. Driving aids, steering assistance off, braking assistance off, stability control, we'll leave that on. Racing line, we'll leave it on. Spin recovery, we'll leave it on. Brake bias, yeah, traction control, we'll just leave all that on. I just, you know I'm pretty bad at this these sort of games, guys. So I'm just gonna leave the driving controls on at the moment. But hopefully everything goes to plan here at Silverstone. Hopefully we can get given the race drive. I don't know whether it's me and whether you can see this on YouTube, but is it very dark for you guys? It's really hard. It's like night time almost. So we've got to do 4:21 over 3 laps. I assume we can do this. Hopefully everything does go to plan. I don't do anything stupid. Silverstone isn't my favourite track, but I do quite like it in these cars, and I'm off the track. Oh my goodness, I've got to get into this. I've got to get used to this game again. I've only ever played it like twice, so I definitely need to just get practicing on it if I'm going to make a series out of it. But overall, I do really like the feel of this game. It's nice and refreshing after playing Codemasters games. There's nothing wrong with Codemasters games, but it's just nice and refreshing to play a different game from a different publisher, Studio Liverpool, people that made this game. And it's just nice and refreshing. Everything feels just a little bit different. Is it me, or you literally can't even literally see the red into that corner there, the red of the racing line. And the racing line will be taken off, don't worry guys. Just give me a couple of episodes to get used to the car and how it feels, and then I will take that racing line off. Probably by the 3rd race, I'd assume. I've probably got used to everything by then. I just want to, give me a couple of, probably about an hour or so to get me used to the game and how everything reacts. It might be quite hard to 4:20. I suppose we probably could just about do that. I don't know, to be perfectly honest, my quick maths isn't too good, but I think we probably should just about do it, to be perfectly honest, if we continue at this sort of pace. And obviously we're going to hopefully get better each lap as we learn more and more. This first episode might be a little bit longer than the rest of them, just because obviously I'm including this bit. I've not got that corner right on either of the occasions so far, and if I remember correctly, you can change the view. There you go. But I think I'm going to stick with the T-cam, this T-cam. Just think it's the best one to go for me. And first sectors are very identical, almost the 10th of a second. Actually, it's less than a 10th of a second that my laps are identical to. So very similar lap times there, which is good. And this is the part of the track where you literally can't see the red part of the racing line. Just know where it goes. Not green, that's where you're supposed to be braking. So far, so good. I'm hoping that this will be enough to get the Toro Rosso seat, to be perfectly honest. Nearly went too deep there. I literally can't see anything through that part of the track. I'm not sure whether it's because it's behind buildings, or behind the shadow of buildings, I should say. so you can't see the racing line or something. But I assume it's just because the sun is low and it means that you can't really see very well, or maybe it's early in the morning. I'm not too sure. But look, those 2 lap times were within 200th of a second, I think that is. 200ths of a second of each other, which is pretty damn close for 2 consistent lap times. Hopefully that means that I'm going to be consistent throughout the races and not going to do anything stupid. There you go, got that corner right this time. Oh, nearly got it right. I jinxed myself. I thought it was all going to plan and then it just didn't. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might show qualifying, I might not. Oh, the back end of the car just got away from us there as we went under the brakes, which is a bit unfortunate. We lost a little bit of time here. And, you know, it's a lot different. You know, this is 2006 cars. And look how different this part of Silverstone is. Obviously, in modern day Formula 1, we have all the buildings built up for this sort of part of the track, and it just feels very different. And obviously, up here we split off to the right, not to the left. Well, a bit before that, to be perfectly honest. But you know, honestly, I think I might prefer this style of Silverstone. But I don't know, it might be just my opinion. I just feel that it's a bit of a better track, to be perfectly honest. But I don't know whether it is or not. This is going to be quite close, actually, whether we get the full 21 or not. But I guess it is supposed to be. It's supposed to be close. Get this car, this Toro Rosso, up across the line, and actually we're going to do it quite comfortably there. Not that comfortably in the end. It was only about 2 seconds we did it by, but at least that is enough, which is good. And that should hopefully recruitment offer second driver. I think I'll take that. I'll accept that. Expected number of team. Okay, I didn't see that. But yeah, let's advance time to the Bahrain Grand Prix. I'll cut to the race, guys, and hopefully everything goes to plan. We are back now with the race, and didn't really go too well in qualifying, starting near the back, and but hopefully the race all goes a bit better than that. And the lights are about to go out here in Bahrain, and hopefully everything does go to plan. The Midlands slightly squeezing me out there, and I've got to remember, if I hit a wheel off, that is the end of the race, so no aggressive manoeuvres. Do nothing stupid, Alex. Remember, I'm in a Toro Rosso, and this is a bit more realistic, so I'm not really looking to get points in this first race. However, that will be nice if I can, but I've got to be realistic and not do anything stupid here, because I do realise that the damage in this game is very realistic, and you can, well, it's not as realistic as like Half Factor or whatever, but it is more realistic than Codemasters games. So you can hit the wheel off, and that is the end of your race. So got to be a bit cautious, not to do anything stupid here. As oh no, we've done it. We've done something stupid in our first race. The spin correction has just put us back in the right direction. But we do definitely know now that the curves are not the place to be across some of the corners. So got to get going a bit more now and just try and make our way back through the field. I think our expected position was 20th. Remember, this was Toro Rosso's first year in Formula 1, 2006. So don't expect a huge amount from this team. Neither you would have expected much from Super Aguri or Midland. Apparently Midland is actually the best car, strangely enough. And apparently Super Aguri is the worst car. Not in real life, but in this game apparently that's how it worked. And obviously, I think my teammate is Liuzzi. I can't even remember, to be perfectly honest. I didn't look. Oh, that could have been catastrophic there. A bit more of a hard impact there. It could have meant that I lost my front wheel on Sato's car. And obviously only a 6-lapper, but I'm thinking about showing qualifying in the next race, guys. So just let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see qualifying, and might take a bit more editing, but I'm not really too fussed about doing a little bit of editing. Obviously, editing and everything is a part of the job at the end of the day, and to obviously fulfill this hobby, you've got to do good editing to make good videos. So that's a nice move down the inside of Albers, and there is fluid or something on the track, I think, here. Or there is a car retired. Yes, there is a car blown up on the side of the track. That is Nick Heidfeld. And now up into ninth. Oh, there's another blow up. Who is it? Oh, it's one of the Toyotas. This is the curb. No, it's not this curb. Oh, going side by side with Alberts there, and we have got the position done. Now try and do a move down the inside, and we've got it all completed. now up to 16th position. Remember, only top 8 score in this season of Formula 1. It's a bit different. 2010 they introduced those new rules. And also guys, if you're interested, leave me a comment whether you'd like to see more classic Formula 1 game walkthroughs, because I'm going to be doing at least a season. I'm hoping to do 2 on this game. It's going to be a weekly series, and I just thought it'd be a nice change over 2013. I'm thinking about maybe 2010 doing a walkthrough, maybe on that, maybe a career challenge, maybe possibly not, but I'm just thinking about it. Or maybe something on R Factor, maybe like a 2007, 2008 mod that, you know, nobody's seen career modes of them, so maybe one of those, I don't really know. Race of 7 maybe is a good one to do, because they've got 2007 mod, I think. But anyway, we passed E-Day there. Obviously E-Day is known as one of the worst drivers of Formula 1, not to be mean to it or anything, but he was not one of the best drivers in Formula 1 for sure, but he did put together some like okay results. He at least brought the car home on some occasions when I'm sure Super Guru were nervous that he would throw it into a wall, but I think he got his super license suspended. But I think he was widely known as one of the worst drivers, and you know, that's not being rude or anything, because to drive a Formula 1 car you still got to be extremely talented. So yeah, he might have got there through money, but at least he got the car to the finish on some occasions. And now we've sort of pulled it up into the back of Webber here. Apparently Webber is quite bad in this game. I very nearly failed there, and obviously you've got these penalties which are really annoying. They cut your speed. I really hate these penalties. I wish there was a way to turn them off, but obviously nearly pretty much one just destroys a race. I nearly got a hit from the rear there of Luzzi. So as the number 2 driver you replace Scott Speed, so I guess that's not really a massive thing. Scott Speed, even though he was unlucky on occasions, he wasn't exactly the best Formula 1 driver either. So 2006 did have quite a few mediocre drivers in it. I think 2007 brought some really good drivers into it, and drivers that stayed in it for a long time. But I think we're pitting at the end of this lap, and obviously it's an interactive pit stop, something I'd love to see Codemasters try and attempt, an interactive pit stop, and that was a bit cheating, to be perfectly honest, just cutting or extending the track overly extending the track, I should say, on the outside there. Ooh, nearly did something stupid there. I'm not whether you have to automate. I'm not too sure. But anyway, this is an interactive pit stop, so I've got to get my fingers ready to mash a load of buttons. Toro Rosso's pit stop right down the end.
That's a jump of 3 places. Rosberg 7th, and Massa is 8th.
I'm not going to be good at this, am I? Okay, that was not too bad. Some little delays in there, but not too disappointed. Still going to be the sort of position I was before. Don't want to be cutting across the pit exit there. Okay, I want to keep those tyres, get those tyres up to temperature straight away. That's going to be something I want to be aiming to do. Obviously, this game, in my opinion, the layout of the HUD and everything is very good, and I wish Codemasters could do something like this. But obviously they have their own style. Codemasters are really good with the look of the game, if you will. The graphics are always good on Codemasters games. The physics don't seem to be quite as good as this game right here. Nearly spun myself out there, but just about managed to not do that. And to be honest, 15th, 16th place would be a very good ending position. I'm not sure whether we're going to catch Webber here, but if we can, that wouldn't be too bad whatsoever. Oh, there's a car out of the race, I think. I just saw a caution flag flying, and that might mean that there is another car out of the race, and I'm not too sure. It might be a car behind us. But Albers has got ahead of E-Day, by the way, looking behind me, and I think actually the car that stopped might have been my teammate. I'm not too sure though. Oh yeah, my tyres are up to temperature. I can run over that curve without getting any sort of penalty. Yep, the Sector 2 is, that was very good actually. Sector 2 was definitely where I wanted it to be. Let's slow it down, turn into the corner. Exactly what I wanted to do. I don't know whether we might actually gain a couple of positions through the pit stop here. I think a couple of cars have retired here, so I think we might get one position as we, yeah, I think we got one position as we cross the line there. Car retired in the pit, so 14th. We might be able to get it here. I'm definitely looking to get points at some stage in my my career mode here. But it's the first race. We haven't drove too badly, except from the spin at the start, which was just unfortunate. We've drove pretty well, I think. We've caught up to these guys in the front, and we've gone for another spin. And let's see, was going to be side by side. I just need to be careful with the curves. I mean, obviously, the curves are not very. How do I say this? They're not very lenient in this game. You can do quite a lot of bad things by just running over them, by just spinning. It just flicks around the car, which is a bit unfortunate, but it doesn't really matter. There's just a lesson to not do it, and as it looks like it looks like there's another retirement there. I'm not sure where on the track it is, but it looks like it is a Renault car, and it looks like it's just around this corner. It is Giancarlo Fisichella who is retired, and I love the fact that AI just retire in this game. It means that if you can just bring their car to the finish, you can really have a good result, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. Toro Rosso, not the fastest car in the world, but we're definitely doing a good job, and it is that sector 2 where we're doing very good times. And unfortunately this won't be a fast time because we spun in the first sector, but overall I'm very happy with this first race here on a Championship Edition. I'd probably say Career Challenge at the start of this video or something, didn't I? Probably. But overall, not too bad. Might actually be able to get Webber on this last lap. This would definitely something I want to be doing. And it's definitely been an improvement over qualifying. I've done a lot better. Oh, please don't give me a penalty. No, but it's given me a spin, and I'm not sure the physics were entirely realistic there, but they got me going in the right direction once again. Nice, just like drift, if you will. Maybe like Scott Speed does. Anyway, we're not that far away from the finish now. We're not even doing very well, to be perfectly honest. There's only 3 cars running behind us. Lutzi, Albers, and there's another retirement. Where is that retirement? I can't see it on the minimap. I'm not sure where this retirement was actually. Maybe there wasn't. I just saw that. I saw the yellow and red flag, which means a wheel or slippery surface, I think. So I assumed that there was a car off the track or something, but it doesn't look like there is actually. It looks like it might have just been a warning from a lap earlier or something. But the Massa has won the race. It's very good. Remember, Massa was a very fast driver in 06, 07, 08. Obviously, after his accident, I think it sort of knocked him down a little bit. But 2013, he did really step up to the plate and challenged Alonso on a lot of occasions. And 2014 with Williams, I think he's got a great chance of getting some really good results. And there's a retirement there. Coulthard has blown up with only the straight to go. That must feel gut-wrenching for Coulthard, but we come across the line in an unlucky 13th position, which isn't bad really whatsoever. I think I can be pretty happy with that. Obviously not perfect, but that's not bad whatsoever, and I definitely think that is, you know, something to improve on. And there's my name, Afro with 0. Anyway guys, obviously there isn't much to talk about because obviously the driver standings is pretty similar, and there's the constructor standings. But guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next episode in about a week's time, but until then, it's been Axe and I'm out of here. Goodbye.